Hey guys, we are back. How you doing, Elsa?
Good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see. That is not fake sounding at all, that voice that I just
I
did.
know. How was your holidays?
It was good.
Christmas,
It
New
was
Year's.
relaxing. I totally just like bummed around. I was, what do they call it when you couch rot? I mean, I was just laying around.
Me too. I wanted to go see family and stuff like that, and I just ended up not. I ended up sitting on the couch and watching 2 movies on Christmas back to back, and it was so nice for me. And then New Year's, I actually stayed home and did the same thing. And I was like, I had such a good time on Christmas by
Why
myself
not recreate it?
that I was like, I'm going to actually bring in the New Year's the same way. And I'm so happy I did it.
A peaceful thing to do. I was in bed before the countdown. Were you?
Yes, I was asleep.
Yeah.
I went to the gym the next day. I wasn't hungover. I actually didn't even drink at all.
Nice. I feel like it sets the stage for the year. By the way, New Year's, well, getting back to Christmas, first of all, I was like, this is the bliss. First of all, in LA, no one's around. They've all gone back to wherever they live.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go out on the streets, it seems just a little bit calmer and lovely. And then like not having to go and like, you know, a million family members. Like I didn't have to shop for anyone. I wasn't going to see anyone.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like all these jobs were just like gone. It was so
You actually
nice.
saved money
Yes,
this year.
that's the thing. I was like, I'll just pass those savings on to myself.
Good. Treat yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. And then New Year's, I was like in bed before, like at like 8 o'clock or something, like I usually do. But then even the fireworks, I heard them going off at midnight. And I was like, I can't even be bothered to stand up and go look.
No, I went to sleep last night at 9 o'clock and I was struggling. At 8:30, I was like, I'm going to get in bed and I'm going to stay up until 9:30. And then I woke up at 4:30 and I was like so refreshed. And I was like, it's probably 7. The time I usually wake up, I was like, shit. So I just went back to sleep.
Do you mind getting up when it's still dark?
So I do get up when it's still dark around like 5:30 and then I'll lay there. It takes me like 30 minutes to fall back asleep and then I'll sleep for like another 30, 45 minutes and then I have to really get up because that's the
nice
dogs.
when you actually fall back to sleep for a second. It
Sometimes.
feels like, but it doesn't work.
Sometimes I just close my eyes and I actually don't open them and I never really fall back asleep. But whatever. I'm not out of bed until 6:30. 7 o'clock.
It's the nicest time of the day because no one's like getting at you with anything. Like, it's like the peaceful time of the day where no one's around, no one wants you. Like you can't even text anyone. It'd be rude.
Yeah,
like,
it's super rude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like that's the time where I'm like, yay, like running around the house. I get so excited like a little kid.
Yeah, but you go to the gym at like 5 or no?
Yeah, I try and get it out of the way just so it's done because if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So if I've chosen not to go to the gym by like 7:30, I'm like, well, it's just not happening today.
Every time we try to do our podcast, there's always we always
massacre in the background.
Yeah, we always pick the days the landscapers
They'll tone it down, but yes, you will hear a little bit of chainsaw, and that is very soothing.
We might save this one for Halloween.
If you want ASMR, this is not the channel. Or I can make it.
Anyways, that's what I did for the holidays.
You know, do not forget that this episode is brought to you by Endeavor OTC. It's an effective ADHD treatment. Our link is in the bio. You will hear more about that. We all have a little ADHD.
Absolutely.
Not just a little.
I have a lot.
My focus is like all over the place.
If you manage it well, it's actually a beneficial thing, just so people know.
A lot of really intelligent or creative people have ADHD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, so I have been going on dates.
Okay, how is that?
Good and bad. Like I'm finding myself, there's this one coming up that I'm really excited about. He's a chef. I mean,
nice,
yes,
cute.
And he's Irish.
Cute.
And I already made out with him years ago, and the person that was trying to introduce me to him didn't know, and I don't think he remembers. But
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's even better.
Yeah, because it was just like one of those passion dash. That's such an old word. But I was at the Abbey one time, and I used to
he definitely doesn't remember.
Yeah.
And
it was just like, and then
what about the ones that you've been on?
Uneventful. I don't know. I feel like I really know what I want, and I don't know if I'm being too picky, but then at the same time, if you don't feel it right away, I don't think.
Yeah, it's hard to find a connection with people. It's really hard.
And it's just been so long. I don't know, because I don't want to be lusting after someone either. I think that's unhealthy, like to be obsessed with someone right away. And maybe that's what I'm looking for. But I'll keep you posted. But at least I'm getting out there again.
Yeah.
And, like having a few more stories and like chatting to people and
just getting out of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good. That matters. People forget.
Yeah. What about you? Any dates?
Have I gone on any dates?
She's smiling.
No, I actually haven't.
Oh, no?
I've had a lot of people ask me out, and
okay.
I have taken a step back from people who I might have got too involved with just because I want to be single. I'm not allowing people to really like attach themselves to me or like try to date me, because you know how they kind of like,
They
you know how
obsessed?
they fucking force me to date them, and I'm like, stop! I don't want to
Is
date
it the
you
guy
right
that
now.
I'm thinking?
Who? Which one?
Like the really nice one?
Yeah, I kind of took a step back from him, and he wasn't doing anything wrong, but I can't ever be with an athlete ever again. I'm not doing that. I have no interest in that. I don't like the lifestyle. That's really the problem with him. He's a really nice guy. It's actually really sad that he plays basketball. I mean, that's just sad. Like, I can't do it.
They're always on the road, and it's kind of like a touring.
That phase of my life is just done. He's very aesthetically pleasing, though. You know?
Really?
So,
did you get it in a couple more times after?
No.
Okay.
And also, I don't want to get obsessed with him because I like the way that he looks, and I tell him that, like, I like the way that you look a lot, and I can get very, like, I like to perv out on people. And so anyways, and then like, I didn't realize that because I'm verified on Instagram, if I scroll and there's verified and I click on it, I could see all the verified people that have been trying to contact me.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Oh, cheat codes.
Yeah, I
You
know.
can just
I
get
didn't know
straight
that.
to the good ones.
So there was this Chinese billionaire that I'm going to go see. Then there's this one Italian actor in Italy. We're going out on a date in 3 weeks. So I'm trying different people. That's why I wanted to take a step back. It's not that I had a bad time or anything, but I just want to try different people.
Yeah. Well,
Not
if you
even
haven't given
sexually, it's not
yourself
even about
enough
sex.
time, like it can be easy to go back into it. It's like routines that we have, or like known, like I'm with someone or whatever. It's hard to know what you actually want until you go and try it, and then also have enough time apart that you're not just, because like we have a muscle memory in our brain that says I'm with someone and they're going to be there and I'll call them and I have like sex with them. Like you need to create neural pathways almost.
And I commit to a lot of times when there's no commitment, and I'm trying to not do that, is because I realized that I really enjoyed having one partner when I was faithful. So I got to be careful implying that to when I'm just in talking stages with people, because I won't even let people talk to me if I'm interested just in like a crush on somebody. You know what I mean? It's hard for me.
So why won't you let them talk to you?
Like if, say I'm talking to one guy and just talking, it's just a crush, I will ignore every other man that comes. And I can't be doing that because I'm not dating the person, you know? And that's why I was like, if I feel like this towards you, then I'm not
Does it
doing
feel like, that's like an old
really
pattern.
It felt actually really refreshing. I thought it was going to feel sad for me just to do that in general, because I love being in love so much. I actually read this thing about my personality, like my personality trait or something like that, and it's somebody that loves to like be in love. Like I'm super obsessed.
That too, though.
But everybody loves that about me, so I don't want to mess that up. I just want to keep receiving. But I'm not fucking. I'm not doing that. I can't do it. I realize that it's almost scary for me.
Why? Because then you get...
I went too long.
Oh,
I went too long.
So now it's gone into the I don't want to do it because it's been such a big
haven't
gap.
had sex since Thanksgiving.
One of my New Year's resolutions was have sex once this year. Thanksgiving was a minute ago. I can still taste it.
Every day. I went from every day. So that's like...
No, but I think that's good. That's like what we were saying. Like you're creating new patterns where you're like, well, maybe I don't. That was just like my go-to thing. Like I need it because I've had it every couple of days or weeks.
They have to date me.
Yeah.
I'm not like, just because you fly me somewhere, just because you ask me, I'm not having sex with you. It's not happening.
I like that because it sounds a little bit more selfish too. And I kind of like that for you, which is like, if I'm crushing on someone and I'm texting, it doesn't automatically mean I'm shut off from other opportunities.
I do that though. Don't you naturally do that?
Well, because we love, so we want to romanticize. I'm falling in love with this person and he's my one.
Super delusional.
Because we can think shit like that
crazy
when
delusional.
we're like in that early stage. It's that blissful place where you still think that they could be the one and it could be your whole world and you can have this whirlwind romance.
They probably think we're so delusional. They're probably like, I'm scared of this person.
They're not thinking of us at all.
He was probably like, what is wrong? You know,
I've
why
done
is
that
she
with people
super
and scared
obsessed?
them off that I thought were really cool before. And then they're like, it's too much. Like you can tell they're into you at the beginning and then they start to pull back because I overthink everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm like trying to play it cool, but thinking that like I'm playing a really cool game here, but they're like seeing straight through it and like, why are you, what's going on with you? Like, why are you thinking so much? And what's all this subtext?
Yeah, no.
They're like, I just like you or I don't.
I don't like to text or anything too, so that causes
I hate text because shit comes off the wrong way. Like unless you're speaking on the phone, text can be like there's tone, there's so many things in a
I say
conversation.
Snapchat is the way to go. That's my new thing.
Snapchat.
It's just sending what I'm doing throughout the day.
Is it a video where you're talking?
Sometimes I'll talk to them and be like, oh, look, I'm doing my podcast day or whatever.
That's
I send it to
cute.
them. I don't want to sit there and read paragraphs. I don't have an interest.
Yeah.
Turns me off, actually.
Well, it turns kind of flat. Like you could be saying something like, and everything I say is kind of like sarcastic and fun, and like I rely
just gets
on
dry.
That. Yeah,
just gets really dry. I told somebody yesterday
or a pen pal.
A couple of days ago, and I said, are we going to spice it up? Like, are you going to start sending dick pics and stuff? Or are we just going to end it here? Because if we're not going to see each other for a while, then like our communication sexually through like this pen pal situation needs to be way spicier. Yeah. And he said no. So then I was like, I haven't talked to him since.
Dick or nothing.
No, but don't flatter yourself by thinking you're so like special that you can't send me a dick pic. Is that wrong?
I don't know anyone in the world that doesn't have a dick pic on their phone somewhere loaded, ready to go.
I've met a lot of guys recently that are super scared of me exposing their dick pics, and I'm like, you don't even understand the dick pics that I've had. Just like, stop. I can make an album, a photo album, just be like, and this is so and so. Like,
but if it doesn't have their face in it, it's not traceable. I mean, it's just
I don't
a dick.
know. Whatever. I'm not going to expose a dick pic. I'm just not. I would never do that.
You send the dick pic, you don't put your face
in it. It's embarrassing for me.
Yeah. Maybe they don't know how to photograph like their dick well. So they're like, oh, this looks bad. Because like you got it. There's angles. There's so many things.
Whatever. They're overthinking it. Should we read our questions?
Let's get to the hotline. The first question is, my amazing boyfriend is married, unfortunately, but he will be separating from his wife when he starts a new internationally focused job in 2025. He wants me to go with him. I would be stupid to wait until then, even though his soon-to-be ex-wife will use my boyfriend's disabled daughter as a bargaining chip to get him to stay with her. My friend thinks that if he actually wanted to leave his wife, he would have done so already and not wait on his job. Am I acting dumb or should I leave him? Leave him. And also presumptuous about the disabled daughter. You don't know.
First off, this makes me think of Gypsy Rose. And I know she wasn't actually disabled, but that father should have stepped up a lot more and been like, where's my daughter? What's going on? My daughter's disabled. I need to be living next door. I need to be living very close. So that's not, the wife's not using a disabled daughter as a bargain tool. The daughter is disabled and needs two parents to actually parent her. Like truly needs two parents. So she's not understanding that. Secondly, I've been a mistress. They are not going to leave their wives. They're going to figure out a way to have both families because that is a man that clearly is dishonest. And I just think that that is not a good start to a life.
And the fact that he's even giving her like I'm going to be, I mean, there's so many red flags here, but also I very much doubt that he is leaving you in 2025 when he gets this job.
No, and who says, this is the time and place I'm leaving my wife, and don't worry, have your shit packed.
If he wanted
I'm
to
come pick you up. Like, what?
If he wanted to go, he would be gone.
Yeah,
now,
I don't agree with it. One of my biggest regrets is entertaining married men in that way and be like, oh yeah, they're gonna leave their wives, or oh yeah, and I feel very guilty because they're playing both sides a lot of the time. And also, why are you not divorced already? Why are you waiting for 2025? What?
If I know a guy
that doesn't make sense. Go now.
If a guy is married though with a disabled child, I'm probably trying to stay away from that scenario.
Cheating on that person that gave him, that's already parenting a child that has difficulties. It's gotta be hard,
but like that's not the way to do it.
No. So I say, sorry, but you have to cut your ties with that person for sure. I wonder how old she is and how old he is. I bet you there's a huge age difference too. I bet she's like 21 and he's 45 or something.
That's not so. Next one. I'm 21 and female, almost never feel horny. I have a great boyfriend, 25, and we do have sex. It's great, but I basically never feel horny or like I want to. Maybe once or twice a month I want to have sex. I'm still attracted to my boyfriend and he definitely wants to have sex more, like once or twice a week at the minimum. I can tell he's getting frustrated and I don't want to lose him. Every other aspect of our relationship is great. What should I do?
What do you think?
She has a different sex drive than him.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think that there should be, okay, it has to be this amount of time a week or this amount of time a month. But that sounds like she just has a lower sex drive, which actually could be hormonal.
Once or twice a month is really low though. Like if you're in a relationship.
So I'm thinking that it could be hormonal where you're just like struggling to actually get horny. I remember I forget what hormone was low or too high. And I was like, why is my sex drive so low? It was a hormone thing. And I actually had to rub a cream right here in my wrist. I want to say it was is progesterone a hormone? I want to say that was low. I remember not being horny and being like, what the fuck's wrong with me? And it was that.
I wonder how long it's been going on for. Because like that,
or she just has a low sex drive.
Yeah. Is there anything? So progesterone.
I would get your hormones checked because it could be that. I would talk to your partner and be like, I just have a really low sex drive, so they don't think that it's an attraction thing. Yes. And then also, is he turning you on, or is he just pulling down his pants and saying, "Let's fuck"?
Yes. You know what? They're not doing your thing where it's like there's a whole build up.
The chocolate and the massage.
If he's just going, exactly. And the glass of wine. And you know what? Give him so many chores to do like that he won't want to have sex with you because he'll be like, oh fuck, I've got to buy her chocolates, then I got to text her all day. Then
I gotta stop at the gas station and pick her up a chocolate bar.
If he's just like using her as a masturbation sleeve, like, do you know what I mean? Then he's like, oh, quick, this is great. It's way easier than.
I wonder if he's doing enough foreplay. I wonder if he's not doing his part.
Because that could get anyone into it. I mean, if you're really, I think a little.
I think we confuse because men can get horny just by looking at genitalia and women need physical.
He's a bit older than her actually. Okay, so
just by a few years, but doesn't even count. At her age at 21, I would think that your sex drive would be higher. That's why I would think it could be a hormonal thing. Also, certain birth controls can make you not horny. That's why I refuse to be on birth control.
Oh really? It takes it down a lot?
Oh yeah. Oh. Every kind I've tried always makes me not horny, so I just don't take it.
And there's not one, you switch them in?
I've switched all of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well there's nothing worse though than your partner chasing you around when you don't want to do it.
I know, like and it makes you feel
and then it gets worse because you're more closed off then, and if you don't communicate it for a while, then it does feel weird because it's this elephant in the room, so then you don't want to, or you do but you don't want to, and then it just feels like you're shooting yourself in the foot before it can even start.
This guy came over the other day and I haven't had sex with him, and I've known him for like a long time, and he finally was like, are you like not attracted to me? Because I let him like touch on my tit and stuff, and I started to freak out. I was like, I can't have sex with you. Like I was like, I gotta get up, and then he was like trying to touch and start to have sex with me, and I was like, I have to shave really bad. I got up, but you know me, I don't care. And he's like, I don't care. And I was like, no, I gotta shave. I was like, I gotta start my day.
Get out.
I was like, later, come over later. I just never let him come over, back over. So, but he was like, are you not, he even sent it in a text later. Like, are you not attracted to me? Like, what's going on with like the no sex thing? It's been a long time.
Oh, that's what I've got to worry about. People chasing me around for sex. I think my libido is kind of low.
It's scary. I was going to say, I was like, I got to bring it up on the podcast. Yeah. How I've actually learned why people are so scared of being intimate, because I didn't understand that before, and now I really do, because I used to be like, come on, just do it, like what's the problem? Like
it makes you feel really like
very vulnerable,
and then it really feels like something you're counting down the minutes to, going, shit, I've got to do it, I've got to do it.
Why?
No, it does. Like if you don't want to and it gets into something like that and you have a really low libido,
then
or you aren't
it.
communicating in your relationship and you end up just like, but you're like, I don't want to break up. But if you don't have sex for a long time, like you have to do it. So then it becomes this thing where you almost feel like, I don't know, like now there's certain people that's happened to me in relationships with, and I can tell that when I meet someone that reminds me of them, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because you not always have your wits about you, especially when you're young and stuff like that, to be able to say, no, I don't feel like this now, or I don't want to, or even like work your way through it, like with communication. So there have been times where I'm sure it leaves little scars on you, and you just feel like, ugh, like this.
Like I felt scarred the other day when I was like, no, don't. I was like, don't.
I have to shave.
I was like, I have to shave. And I remember he was touching on my tit, and I could just tell by the way I was like, he really wants to have sex right now.
Rash.
And I was like, this with my tit. I was like, okay, let you touch my tit.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I was like, just come from it, please.
Or you could do that one where you just rub.
No, I don't want to have sex with him. Or I just don't want to have sex right now.
Okay.
Not right now.
Next question is for Elsa specifically. She's female, 22. I'm curious about how to get in the porn industry, but I'm confused about which direction I should go. I see all of these girls on Instagram and Twitter who brag about how much they make on OnlyFans. Should I go the independent route or go to it with an agent and do more traditional shoots?
Okay, so I got in the industry almost 10 years ago. Can you believe that?
Wow.
9 years ago. It was so different almost a decade ago. I have to say that. So I'm going to give advice on how I got in, but I don't know if that's really the smart way to do it. I personally think it is, but we see people making money on OnlyFans that never shot an actual professional porno, but they have a fan base, and it's about building a fan base. And I built my fan base by getting a good agent, which is ATM LA. I always rave about them. They're the safest. I then shot for 6 years consistently and built a strong fan base from that. And I don't have another suggestion but to shoot for mainstream
reputable
sites.
Companies that
And your agent will help guide you in the safest ways, the safest people. All my friends, and even not my friends, I just see girls making OnlyFans, and I don't know why people think that you're just gonna make a bunch of money on OnlyFans with no fan base. It doesn't work like that. Or I would say make a Pornhub account and start putting it up on Pornhub for free and start building that fan base. But you have to have some type of like good quality stuff to put up on Pornhub. Also, another thing is shooting for the companies, even though they'll steal the stuff, they'll send a little clip to Pornhub, like 10 minutes of it or whatever. And the companies, they get put on the main part of Pornhub. If you're just doing it independently, you're just gonna you're just gonna be pushed to the way. I say you gotta shoot for a you gotta shoot for companies.
So that can be a foot in, you know, because then at least you're getting on the front page of things. But you know what you're really good at, and that I learned from you too, is that even your OnlyFans, after all that exposure, like things take time. So people, they come in, they think they can shoot 1 or 2 videos, and then they're like,
pizza.
Somebody's here, pizza. So they're like, why isn't this working straight away? But you're like, it took me 6-8 months to even get that off the ground after you had a fan base too. So like, not giving up on something right away, right?
And I was just actually talking to Holly the other day, and she was like, we were talking about Centerfold and how everybody just quit Centerfold. And I was like, I had an OnlyFans before it was popular, and it only made a certain amount, and it was a good amount. It paid my bills, but I didn't make the amount that I make on OnlyFans when it first came out. I grew it to what my Centerfold is.
That's
now.
What really impressed me when you told me that like a while ago now. Like, oh, that's something that most people don't have. It's like, I'm going to see something through and then make a decision, like rather than like things take time.
You have to want to build a brand. However you see fit to build a brand, whether it's through social media, whether it's through shooting scenes. You know, my fan base is strong. They buy stuff. Like my analytics are strong. They're good. But I built that for 10 years. People don't see that part.
That's good advice though.
You have to build it. From 18, I'm 27 now, and I'm just now seeing the turnaround from it all.
What was a different landscape back then? The fact that you shot so many videos over that 10 years. Hundreds. I mean.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I put in the work. It's not easy. You got to really want to do it, or at least have fun with it.
Speaking of Pornhub, hot topics.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Everyone, it's our first hot topic actually on here. This is so fun. Actually, hot topics. Patty Stanger, she reposted one of our hot topics from last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the hot topics.
Okay, the first one is the Pornhub released their 2023 top 10 most searched fictional characters and movie parodies. I thought that'd be fun to go through.
Star Wars is number 1. I'm shocked by Star Wars being I've never seen Star Wars. I've
never watched a whole one either.
Harley Quinn, of course, is number 2. Everybody loves Harley Quinn. It's because Margot.
Well, she looks kind of hot.
Kind of. She's super hot.
She's like an anime cosplay. Because she's like, that would be easy to do.
I see that still all the time. Game of Thrones. Which character from Game of Thrones? Like the dragons? Or I'm guessing the Khaleesi. Everybody loves the Khaleesi girl.
Hot. Oh, wait, is the guy in it? Jason Momoa?
I never saw Game of Thrones.
You've got to watch the ones just with him in it where he's
where he's like just plowing her.
And he plows her with the hottest body ever. Like, that's the only part I remember about Game of Thrones. Yeah. He's so hot. He's just animalistic. So I totally get that. Actually, I'm going to look this up later. Avatar. Now, what the fuck? I mean, they literally have those things. Actually, avatars are kind kind of hot.
Can I explain to you why I believe that is because I went to Disney World and we had to play this Avatar game, or like it was just like one of those whatever things. It was a ride, but not really.
Oh yeah, those things that they put their ponytail on it and then they connect and they fly around with it. It's so sweet.
So they do that, and you have to put on these glasses, and I was like, wow, that was my favorite ride. Like, I don't know why Avatar is so cool.
Beautiful.
It's so
it's a
like,
fantasy
I was
land.
like, I just want to drive this thing around and keep these glasses on and just sit here and talk to people. So yeah, exactly. I was a little drunk, but that's okay.
Number 6 is Wonder Woman. Now that's
you forgot Harry Potter.
Harry Pothead. Let's think about that. Who would he be?
I'm giving that a
Hermione and
thumbs down.
Dumbledore? I mean, this just doesn't sound very hot, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Plus, they're all kids in school, so that seems kind of gross.
Wonder Woman, of course. People love her.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Who's Black Widow?
Is that like a spider? People are dressing up as a spider.
Scarlett Johansson is what I'm being told by Ryan in the background. He is obviously a fan and has that in his search history on Pornhub.
Number 7, so people really like her. Catwoman.
Yeah, pussy, cats.
The furries.
Elastigirl from The Incredibles. You sick fucks. That's a children's, literally just for children. Elastigirl. Although I kind of understand because she's elastic. So she'll be able to be bent around.
What, is going to stretch out wide? I thought they hate that. They always complain, hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah, you can put her on like a sleeping bag over the head and over the whole body.
That's sick.
Okay, 10, Princess Leia. Well, is Princess Leia in Star Wars? Oh, okay, well then that's just, I mean, she's part of Star Wars crew.
That's the one with the...
Oh yeah, the buns on the side of her head. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. Do you think any of those are hot? And did you think they missed any? Like, what do you want to see?
I don't think any of them are hot.
Huh.
So,
because Elsa likes the real porn where they're in love
like
and it's a couple
porn.
that just happened to leak their sex tape.
I guess.
Are you like gay porn? Oh, yeah, I know. That's because I like the amateur.
I like when I have a crush on somebody and they have a celebrity sex tape out and I get to, they don't know that I do that though.
Yeah. And they have to come inside them like they're about to get pregnant. And like make sure they're close at the final thrust. They're like, oh, and you're like, I can feel it being inseminated.
Yes.
I really like that. Okay, so shallowing is predicted to be the big 2024 sex trend. The definition of shallowing is lightly entering the vagina with the tip of the penis or finger using the tongue or a toy at the entrance, not fully inside. It's backed up by research, increases women's orgasms by 80%. What do you think?
They're making up too many words to just rename things. That's called edging. That's called teasing, of course, right?
That is edging.
It's edging and teasing. That's it.
They're making a new name on old
I mean, I like that they're
here.
bringing awareness to it because it is good.
Shallowing's fun. Yeah. Just the tip. I mean, that is just the tip.
Yes.
Shallowing is just the tip. Stop trying to hoodwink us into your new 2024 trend. We've been doing just the tip for our
a long
entire lives.
Yes.
Okay, a woman posted a 2-part TikTok about her husband cheating on her with her mother right after the woman had given birth to her daughter.
Man.
So the 3 generations of women in this family are getting fucked by the same guy. Oh.
Wait, what? 3 generations? Wait, why is there 3?
See, this is why that okay, hold on. I meant to say 3 generations of women.
Do you want to waste it?
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. No, there was a thing after it saying you could say that they were getting fucked by the same guy because 3 generations of women. Anyway, the woman and her husband have been having marital problems.
No shit.
They decide the husband moved in with her mum, his mother-in-law, and the wife immediately became suspicious. So she's mad at him. She says, go live with mum down the road because I can't deal with you right now. Her husband finally confessed it's been 14 years and the mother still hasn't apologized, bitch. The woman has since started a non-profit for single mums to buy small homes.
Wait, who did the
woman that's husband fucked her mum?
Well, this is a new fear unlocked for me.
Yes.
I'm never letting my sin. Why do your feet always touch my feet when we do?
Disgusting. And my shoe has poo on it, by the way.
Oh my God, it really does. No wonder I was smelling something.
I thought that's just how I smell.
That's a new fear that's unlocked for me, though. Because my mom's kind of hot, so I don't want to. I don't know if people know that.
I don't know if there's
I keep that really hidden.
Oh
actually.
my God. Breaking news. Elsa's mom is hot. Do we have pictures?
I actually just showed a photo to somebody when she gave birth to me, the day that she gave birth to me. And all of my exes disgustingly will be like, your mom's so hot. I want to talk to your mom.
We're going to show a photo of this on the podcast. podcast.
Should I?
Yes, and
my
you give it to
mom?
Ryan. We'll pop it up for you guys. It's coming up right
That's my mom.
now. Oh my God, baby Elsa and her mom
my
are up on the
mom.
screen right now.
Doesn't she look like me?
Oh
or
my
I look
God,
like
you
her
have the same face.
Yeah.
I
She
forget
just
that
gave
you
birth there,
have...
literally. So isn't my mom cute?
She's so cute. I can't believe it. This is Elsa's face.
No, I
Anyone
know.
that
I look
ever
like-
says that Elsa ever gets work on her face or anything like that, this is exactly what your mom looks like. You guys look exactly
I know.
the same.
I try to tell people my mom's just a little bit darker. But I look almost identical to my mom. It's crazy.
You've got to see this, you guys. I mean, honestly, the fact that she's so dark as
I
well.
mean, my mom gave birth to me, so of course. Cute, right? Yeah, my
I forget
mom's
because
cute.
you're literally frozen, Elsa, but like you have dark skin.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
in your...
I know people forget that too.
Yeah. Okay, so would you
I
ever
love my
forgive a
mom.
family member if they did this to you, even if your partner was having problems? Do you admire this woman for taking a terrible situation and finding a way to help others?
No, I wouldn't forgive them. I would forgive them only for my peace, but not to allow them back into my life, parent or not. That's sick.
And the mother hasn't even apologized. And this is just not it's just too disgusting.
Sometimes
and weird.
moms can be weird where they almost compete with their daughter. Have you noticed that? Like, it's rare, but have
Oh,
you noticed
yeah,
where they're
yeah,
almost
yeah.
like mean to their daughters and purposely sabotage them? I've seen it. Like,
It sounds like something sick that I would look up on Pornhub.
yeah, of course. Of course. But this person's real life.
Sorry.
Oh, my legs.
That's it from us today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Remember, we are Heartbreakers Pod on Instagram. We are on YouTube, all your streaming services. Like and subscribe. And thank you to Endeavor OTC. The link is in the show notes. Go check that out if you have ADD or if you want to be able to sit through a whole episode again and you've been feeling fidgety. Yeah. Yay. See you next time.
Bye.